everybody, how you doing? I'm Siah. Today, I want to talk about something that is incredibly important. Normally I talk about team-level sports like baseball, basketball, football, hockey, stuff like that. But today I'm talking about a specific athlete, Serena Williams. So, I'm not sure exactly when this video is coming out. Hopefully by the time she's facing her third-round opponent. But, as you know, she announced her retirement a couple months ago, I think. Or weeks. I'm not entirely sure how long ago she announced her retirement. But she said that the U.S. Open will likely be her final Grand Slam tournament. And it's a big deal, right? Now, Serena Williams, as you know, she's the GOAT of female tennis. She's been playing for well over 20 years at this point. She's like Kobe or LeBron in terms of, like, how the hell do you have this kind of endurance at this age? She had a kid somehow. Like, her last Grand Slam victory was, I think she was pregnant at the time, which is all way too impressive. I didn't see Kobe Bryant doing that shit. And, yeah, everyone was like, yeah, we're going to really pay attention to this U.S. Open, right? Now, admittedly, I didn't think that she was going to do too well. I was like, Serena Williams, yes, she's great, or she was great, but she hasn't played in a major tournament in about, like, 3 or 4 years. And she's old. She's 40 now, and she has a kid, and does she have one kid? Or two? I don't know. She has kids, in quotes, or in, like, the little brackets. So, all that clearly takes a toll on your body, right? So, playing tennis, probably you're not going to be as great as, like, the greatest in the world. But Serena Williams right now somehow is having, like, a 96 Bulls comeback major story at this point. I don't know how she's going to do in the future, but we're just going to take a look at the first 2 rounds that she did. I cannot pronounce the names of who she's up against. So I know that one of them was unranked, and one of them was the second seed in her second round match. The first round, we expected her to get through it. I'm not entirely sure who her opponent was, because I don't know names. But she dominated her. It was pretty easy win. It was like, alright, cool. You know, and then clearly her opponent must have gone back and been like, I let her win, you know, the old people thing. But she didn't let her win, let's be real. Yeah. So that was the first round. It was pretty simple. 2-set victory. I'm not entirely sure what the set numbers were, but still, it was a good victory. I saw a bit of it, because honestly, I can't sit there for 3 hours to watch tennis. Okay, I can't sit there for that amount of time, because it's so, you know, it's still good. Alright, I like to watch the highlights after. But I was really interested in watching her second round match, because it was like, I don't know who her opponent is. Her name is super complicated. I'm actually going to Google this. Contaviet. She was against Contaviet. Contaviet? I don't know what flag this is. I'll put a picture of it on screen. If anyone knows what flag that is. But Contaviet. Contaviet? I don't know how to pronounce her name. But, she went up against Contaviet, and it was a hard-fought match, I'll be honest. It was good. But Contaviet is the second seed. She's like which means she's going into this with like the second best second best woman in the world at this point. And Serena was like, nah, fuck that. Boom. And just, you know, won. And after she did the interview, right? Like, you know how you do the end of game interview, and she's there, and they asked her, they're like, oh, how were you able to win, or something like that, and then she's like, you know, I'm just Serena. I'm like, oh, shit, because that's, you know, that's just, what? That's the most, like, do you know who I am kind of response I've ever heard, and I love it. I'm here for that shit. It was great. In her first round, she won 6-3, 6-3. I'm sitting it right here, by the way, against Kovinik. So, hey, you know what? You went toe-to-toe with Serena Williams. Didn't get your ass whooped. It wasn't 6-0, 6-0. So, you're good, homie. But yeah, it's crazy how Serena is doing all of this at such an old age at this point. 40's not old, alright? Like, 40 isn't old in, like, life terms, right? 40 is old in sports terms, you know, because even though you can still be in shape in your 40s or in your 50s, you're not physically fit enough to be a pro at a pro at a sport when you're going up against people in their 20s and 30s. I've never heard of someone in their 50s or even like late 40s dominating people 20, even 30 years younger than them. So, again, 40's not old. If you're a woman and you're 40, you can still play tennis, but I'm just telling you right now, eventually your joints are going to give out. You're not going to be able to go up against these 20-somethings who are like spring chickens, You're not old, but you're not in your prime anymore. That's pretty much what it means. That's what 40 being old is. And Serena is just like not letting that stop her at this point. I always thought Serena was kind of in the same vein as, like, to put it in basketball terms, like Kobe Bryant, where you have an incredible career, but at the end of your career, you slow down a lot. It's, like, very obvious that you're not nearly as good as you were before. And I always put Serena in that category of, like, you're an all-time great. You're probably, like, she's probably number one all-time in women's tennis. Right up there with, like, Billie Jean King and everything. And I always thought that, like, she was great in her 20s, great in her 30s, but once she hits, like, 37, 38, has the kid, or has her children or whatever, then you slow down, you're done. You can still do another tournament here and there, but you're not going to win anything. But if there's anything that this U.S. Open is proving, it's that Serena is more like LeBron James, where you're great in your 20s, you're great in your 30s, and somehow, even though you're old as hell in sports standards, you are still dominating. And I think that's something that is very important to look at with Serena Williams and her legacy. Even if she loses in the third round, or even if she loses in the fourth round or loses the tournament, right? We're not expecting her to win. If she wins, then I don't think there is no one else has a case for the GOAT. I think it's like a Wayne Gretzky scenario where like with Wayne Gretzky, you can take away his goals all time and he is still first in points all time in the NHL, which is like, that's just incredible to see. If she wins this entire tournament, she'll be on that level of greatness. Now, even if she loses, this is cementing her legacy as, hey, I'm still here, I'm going out on my terms, as opposed to like Kobe, where he went out not on his terms, He went out with a bang in his last game, yes, but in his last couple of years, it was kind of with a whimper, which kind of sucks. I don't like it when all-time great athletes go on a whimper. But Serena is proving right now that is not the case, that she is doing incredible, and she still has the doubles tournament coming up today, as of recording this. I didn't know it was today. Shit. Okay. She's teaming up with Venus. So that's gonna be fun to watch. But I'm not sure how that went. But hopefully they can get through it. Because, just going over the doubles, alright? Serena and Venus are unmatched in doubles. Because not only are they both great players, they're fucking sisters. So they know each other better than any other partner at this point. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see where she goes for the rest of the singles tournaments. Venus lost as well in the first round. Again, but she's not on Serena's level. I gotta say, Serena, I've seen what happens to women after they have children. And you're not letting that stop you, 100%. Just it's incredible to watch. An all-time great, just do her thing and dominate. So can't wait for what's going on with that. By the end of the tournament, I'll probably let you know what happened and just kind of give my take on what's going on with Serena, all-time great in terms of like not even just tennis, but in terms of like athletic ability and athletic greatness. Who knows? Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and leave a like on it if you want. Hopefully she wins. I'm on Team Serena all the way. I think it'd be fantastic if she wins, but who knows? We'll see. thanks so much. You guys have a good day. Yeah.